Ms. Zann.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Deputy Minister, for your testimony today. As you have outlined in your remarks, you really paint a really complex picture of China and Canada's relationship with China. And as my colleague from the Bloc Québécois also noted, all of the help that Canada has been to China is very important in our relationship, in relationship building, and in helping to work across the waves with folks on the other side of the ocean who are struggling when they were struggling. And now it's nice to see that they're doing well. My question for you is regarding the human rights issue. We know that Islamophobia has been rising around the world, and it's very concerning for many of us. So the Uyghurs in particular are on many of our minds. And I'm just wondering what in particular our government is doing to try and help them in talking with our partners in China about their detention as well as the detention of our Canadians.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Canada raises human rights concerns at every opportunity and at every level. Our advocacy for human rights in China includes bilateral dialogue, joint or unilateral public statements, interventions in multilateral forums such as the Human Rights Council of the United Nations, monitoring and reporting, outreach, participation in events that raise awareness and support communities whose rights are at stake. For example, our mission reporting from Beijing and our outreach with Uyghur communities informs our approach and our understanding of the issues that are and abuses that are happening in Xinjiang, and that includes making joint statements with other countries. I would like to reinforce that we have had a very consistent approach to these issues. We raise our concerns for a wide range of human rights violations, and we encourage others to join us at every opportunity that we have.
Thank you very much. The cultural past of China is very rich and very deep. So is the current impasse with our negotiations regarding the two Michaels and Robert Schellenberg, is this affecting our relationship with our cultural exchanges? And how do you see culture and sports as a way of bringing us together and trying to continue to create a strong alliance?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I think this goes to a broader question, which is, that there are many areas, promising areas, for us to engage constructively with China. Culture and sports are clearly one of those, but we also share many other common interests. A growing middle class of consumers, for example, in China seeks high-quality health products from Canada. There's an opportunity there for some of our cultural industries as well to exchange with China and to build understanding and build bridges between us. Whether it's sports or students or exchanges, we have many opportunities to build mutual understanding between Canada and China, and also to work together on tackling challenging issues, which will require the active participation of China in order to make headway.
Thank you. And you mentioned that climate change is something that China is also working very carefully to try and help us halt. Can you elaborate a little bit more? And are we working together between the two countries on any specific projects to deal with climate change?
About 30 seconds.
Yes, I would put climate change in that category of issues where obviously China, being the world's second largest economy with 1.4 billion people, needs to play a very constructive role. Canada has engaged China on environmental issues and climate change for many years. We co-hosted a meeting with China, Canada, and the EU on climate change recently, and so we continue to engage with them at all levels on that issue, which is so important to all of us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.